Hello, hi, how are you today? In this video, we're going to talk about categories of people you might meet, people you may already know, and you may be scratching your head or shaking your head wondering why? Who are these people to you? What are they doing in your life? Why did they show on your path? Is there a lesson to be learned? Hi, I'm Patricia. Welcome to my channel, which is about twin flames and twin flame ascension. So let's get into it. The first one we're going to talk about is this category that I call and other people call the catalyst. Why would people have a catalyst? Well, here's some of the characteristics about a catalyst in your life. They bring out your worst. Now, if this is a love interest, a relationship that you're having, and you maybe convincing yourself like they make you better, they make you a better person, they keep you on your toes. There's never a dull moment except that they're bringing out your worst and not necessarily healing it, because you can only heal this in an upper level with the right energy work. They may be opposites from you. They may feel very much like a contraire. And that means someone who you say it's white, they say it's black, and they're always against you. They're always saying the opposite. And you might not even know where you stand. Okay. There's always drama, always some drama with these kind of people. Okay. Because they're not really for you. They're not, there's some vibration that's like, it's rubbing you the wrong way. If you had feathers, they're like ruffling your feathers the wrong way. Well, you do have feathers on your angel wings, maybe, huh? How about that? They run hot and cold, and then they're distant, and you're again saying, why am I off balance? Why are they doing this on purpose? Because then it devolves into narcissism, and then you feel victimized, and then you feel victimized by others. And these are karmic patterns that repeat. And yes, we are in a year where history is repeating itself, whether we like it or not. And it's time for you to jump out of the old paradigm. But you need the new light body work to be able to do this. What is the next category? Well, I feel like way back in time, in the time of YouTube when it started, I kind of coined this phrase karmic. This means a person that you are having karma with. You're living with them in karma. You've usually had karma with them before, and that could be living arrangements, financial arrangements, family relationships, all kinds of stuff. This is someone you are concluding the karma with, though, and you're not intended to repeat it. There are no more lessons to be learned. You've learned a lot of lessons. You don't need to hang around or keep this person latched onto you, or you stay latched onto them. If this is a marriage that usually becomes a marriage where you start off and you're like, we hit it off, we agree on a lot of things, we both want the same things, we want a family and so forth. And then it begins to be a blah marriage. And you say things to yourself like, well, we're just together for the kids, or we just can't make a move right now. And you kind of don't know why, but you don't want change. Why? You'd prefer living in the, this devilish realm that you do know. You're familiar with karma. After all, it's predictable. You know what buttons to push. You're getting your buttons pushed. There is a slow fade. A slow fade. There is usually no passion, because even if there initially was, guess where the real fire goes? Up to your soul, who no longer wants to support that karmic relationship. And again, this could be family, siblings, work. It could be someone you're involved with. It could be a long-term relationship. It could be a marriage that you divorce, and then you start thinking that looks pretty good because your mind goes down memory lane. And your mind's not remembering the bad stuff or the blah or the fade or the no passion. You're just kind of like, well, I kind of know them already. That's better than going out there. Well, for some people, that's the rationale. Doesn't mean your soul wants it, okay? Doesn't mean you need to repeat or learn anything more from that karma. Also, who can be a karmic? It can be a son, a brother, or a parent from a past life. If you are hooking up, if you are getting involved with intimately, if you are in a marriage and you start feeling stuff like that, like, hey, my spouse kind of feels like, dun, 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 my son. Is he a man child or was he my son? Okay. Or he feels like my dad, or feels like my mom, feels like my sister, feels like my daughter, any permutation there. There is some past life deep karma that needs to be healed there. And I know how to heal it because we do past life hypnotherapy. If there are babies with karmics and with catalysts and with false twins, those babies have issues. And please bear in mind, there are a lot of karmic things in the root chakra, the root, the hara, the crown, because the crown can rationalize. It's not just your crown. It's the ego mind. Ego mind will rationalize a lot of things. Well, that was the past. Well, guess what? You might be a little bit too tangled up. So the babies have issues. They pop out with repeating the same karma. It could be addiction issues, money issues, other types of family issues. It could be violent tendencies, okay? Behavioral issues, mental health issues. We're seeing a lot of that. I saw something the other day that 1 out of every 2 people are going to have mental health issues. This is the reason, because we need to disentangle and heal from this stuff. Another thing, they drain you. Okay, karmics can drain you because you cannot get your battery recharged. Your soul doesn't care to repeat karma with them. Your soul doesn't need you to learn more lessons with them. Your soul needs you to move along. Okay, now let's bring it to a false twin. Ooh, now is when a bottomless pit opens. Oh, you two, such a pair with a false twin, right? Okay. And maybe you've seen people around you with a false twin. They think it's the one. And you're just like, oh my God, this is so toxic. It could be a parent, it could be a best friend. You sometimes see these examples, but why? Well, a false twin can have been someone who did something very dastardly to you, to put it lightly. Okay, really despicable in another life. And they are your sworn blood enemy. But what are you supposed to do? Repeat that karma and just have enemies and enemies and enemies? What about you receive what you're supposed to all things return to the rightful owner. Your soul does not like them. So they could be your sworn blood enemy. Your soul doesn't need you to hang around with them anymore. Your soul does not like them. They did something despicable. They're ready to repeat it. They're ready to really be beyond narcissistic, maybe sociopathic or psychopathic. Yeah. Are you here to repeat that? Do you have time for that? Like, do you really have time to take a detour and say, well, let's see how much drama this brings? That'll liven up my life. No, because you'll be spending 5 years healing from that karma drama. The soul support glitches out, and people see this. They'll see like you somehow got along, and then they feel like another person. Or it feels like somehow your soul is not blessing that relationship. It's very different than a karmic relationship. And many people stay in karma. They will stay in a karmic marriage for financial security or what they perceive as financial security until the rug gets pulled out because they're not doing the things to actually support their high 5D to 9D financial connections. So the soul support that you may think is there because of what your ego might believe, it glitches out and it drains you. And it will, if they were your sworn blood enemy, you will find that it drains you on multiple levels. Like they're taking your lifeblood, they're viscerally killing you without actually killing you. Okay? This is a very tricky thing to have. And if your mind is skittering around and saying, maybe I should get this, maybe I should, let me just, pick a card out of the air, it'll tell me something, right? Or I saw an 11 today. Surely that must mean that it's not false. You're missing the point entirely. Okay? How does it feel? What are you noticing? Is your soul actually supporting something or not? Do you feel drained? Do you feel like you want to call them a narcissist? Do you feel like almost hunting them down and demanding answers and they're oblivious? Because maybe they don't know that they were your sworn blood enemy. Okay? You drew swords or you got poisoned. Okay? Let's really put this into the nitty gritty. Now, part of them being here means they're willing to atone. At a soul level, they are willing to atone. They're willing to balance. They are willing to graciously let you receive back. What was it? Was it your money connections? Okay, when I read for people, these things come out. Someone was wealthy, there was a conspiracy, someone died and stole the wealth, okay? Or someone killed dad and stole the wealth. Or someone was on the losing side and guess what? There are a lot of backstories. Hollywood is telling your stories in many, many ways. But do you need to keep repeating this? Should you put this on repeat? Not necessarily. You have to pay attention and you have to forge the connections to be able to commune with your higher self. We do that. We will be doing that. Higher self meditation and connection. Okay? Another thing to be aware of as we go into Mercury's retrograde, some of these people, they may look very rosy to you, like, oh, we could give it a try again. No. All right? I am not giving you permission to do that. Some people look for permission, like, oh, please, can I just text them? Oh, please, can I just ring this person once? Everything's so No, you do not have permission. Okay? It's going to feel like that. That only means that you're at a different vibration. Now, what about this one that's being tossed around in psychiatric and psychology circles? And, I don't even know if I like this word because it reminds me of the word limerick, which is a type of joke. And I don't find people's love lives to be a joke whatsoever. It has to be taken seriously. So, limerence, who's having the joke on you? Right? What is limerence? Well, in terms of a twin flame and an actual real twin flame connection, they're not even a wake up. They cannot wake you up. They cannot activate you. They can't give you back anything. But it makes a person mentally obsessive. They will obsess over that person. They'll want to know everything about them. And you don't have a chance. It's not like here where your soul is saying, okay, this is some karma you need to conclude, or you were so wounded after we got you off of Chiron into the healing center and we put you back into a more stable position where, yeah, you can have a marriage and really get used again to it here on earth. Get used to it. Get used to it. No, they're not going to help you with that. It just makes a person obsessive mentally. And it's not a 5D energy connection. Okay? This is an energy connection, but one where you need to get back. You need to get back what belongs to you. That's an energy connection. This one is, but I would say so briefly, it makes your head spin. Brief, little bit more duration on a karmic. This one, Skip it over. A lot of times this amounts to having a high school crush, okay? There's no energy to it. It is not at a different vibration. It's usually maybe visually pleasing, obsessive to the mind, not going to do a damn thing for you, certainly not going to heal you or heighten your vibration. And yes, this too can drain you because it can take a lot of attention away from where you really need to focus. And, this is when people will get addicted to psychic readings. They're like, I just need the psychic to give me permission that I should go out with this person. And they'll keep doing that until they find the one person who takes advantage of them and just, tacitly or directly is like, oh yeah, go for it. Okay. This can happen to men and women. 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 LGBTIQ, okay? In fact, for some things, I'm going to even say that, across the board, people are people. We've all had to learn to get along on planet Earth here, right? Takes all kinds, right? But this is important for you to really know, to really engage your light body, because your light body will not stay latched onto the wrong person, even if they may have good intentions or they may have served a good purpose at some point. Like somebody's, if they have a false twin, it could seem like, but there's good intentions there. Yeah. My spouse, but they have good intentions. We're both good people. Yeah. But you're going to create babies that have issues. And I mean it, okay? If nobody sees like the uptick in certain things, we are pulling out our energy and it's not supporting that old stuff anymore. Okay, it's not supporting all this crazy stuff here. If you would like more information and you really want to learn about the stages, the phases, how to identify things, try my latest book, Ascension. Ascension is insane, but you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You didn't make this stuff up. You're not maybe clear on things. Now, this information, it's not in this book because that's going into another book. This is an Ascension guide for calm and clarity on your journey. This has tutorials in it. It's available in the link down below. The stages, the phases, which you'll be much more concerned about, is what phase is affecting you. How can it affect you? Okay. How to breathe, how to start getting breath going. That actually opens your 5D heart. It's in there. How to clear your emotional body so that some of this stuff, because yes, there is some information in here, but that's not totally what the book is about. It is about ascension and explaining what it is, explaining what a twin flame is, because this is not a twin flame, okay? A lot of people may agree on that, but they don't know what it is, right? What is it? Well, you have the etheric body, which is an exact match within you. It's been packed in really nice and tight. It's a part of what scientists call that junk DNA, but it starts expanding. And I have instructions on how to get it started in here, okay? Ascension is insane, but you're not crazy. I have people think that sometimes that, am I imagining this? Did I make this up? I had this experience. You're going to understand that a lot of people, more and more as we go along here, are having experiences. Doesn't matter if Julius Caesar is on the throne or whatever. People are going to have experiences. People want to get out of the old stuff. People want to get on with their lives. People want to get on with the reason that they were born, which is really to be in love and not stuck. All of these situations will keep you stuck. And so thank you so much for watching. Please look at the links down below. If you liked this video and you would like more, please like and subscribe, share it with someone. I greatly appreciate that. And check out the description. That is where it describes to you the work that I'm capable of doing. You would be surprised how quickly, how rapidly you can move along. And I'm having a Mercury retrograde workshop on March 1st and 2nd. Hope you can join us because we want to help you where to focus. Thank you.